Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness. Here we are having story time. I hope you were able to access Mr. Chase's story time last week. Today we're going to do the second half of story time. Let me introduce myself. My name's Melanie. I'm the early literacy librarian at Estes Valley Library. And without further ado, we are going to get started with our story time.
With a tail that wants and a mouth that trumps, I slither through the southern swamps with a tail so long and jaws so strong. You better not go where you don't belong. I am an alligator. I think there's nothing greater, eating what I please under my cypress trees. I am an alligator. You'll discover now or later. Don't fool around with me.
I wouldn't fool around. Well, so we're going to be talking about alligators and crocodiles again today. This is the second half of that alligator and crocodile story time, and we're going to start with the question, just in case you were going to find yourself in front of an animal that looked like an alligator or a crocodile. Would you be able to know what it was? Let's see. I've got two ways that you can tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. I'm going to show you in these pictures. This picture is a picture of an alligator, and this picture is a picture of a crocodile. And I want you to look at their snouts, because my alligator here, he has a U-shaped snout. His snout is curved. And my crocodile, look at his snout. Do you see it's kind of pointy? It's rather V-shaped. So that's one way. One way we can tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. But I got another way too. Here is a picture of an alligator, and here's my picture of a crocodile. And I want you to look at their teeth. Do you notice their teeth? In the alligator, his teeth is covered up with the skin around his mouth. Dare I say his alligator lips are covering his teeth. But the crocodile, their teeth are much more exposed. So there you go. There's two ways you can tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. Okay, we're going to get Mama Alligator out here. She's right here. One alligator. Oh, we got to get one little guy up here too. One alligator floating on Mama's back like boating. He had such enormous fun. He called for his alligator sister to come. Oh, sister. Now there's two. Two alligators floating on Mama's back like boating. They had such enormous fun. They called for their alligator brother to come. Oh, brother. Three alligators floating on Mama's back like boating. They had such enormous fun that they called for their alligator sister to come. Oh, sister. Now there's four. Four alligators floating on Mama's back like boating. They had such enormous fun, they called for their alligator brother to come. Oh, brother. Five alligators floating on Mama's back like boating. Wait, says Mama, no more today. It's time for you to get off and play. Splash. One. Splash. Two. Splash. Three. Splash. Four. And splash. Five. All right. I think it's time for our book, but I did want to mention about crocodiles and alligators. We just had the author Derek Anderson come to our elementary school, and also our middle and high school students got to see him too. He wrote a really great series called Allie and Croc, and I highly recommend those books. They're really cute, especially for early readers. You'd find them in the early reader section when we open up again. I'll also mention too that we have so many online books that you can access through different apps like Hoopla and Overdrive. So I just looked earlier and I noticed that on when I looked up Hoopla, there were lots and lots of alligator and crocodile stories. So while you're home, make sure you access some of those online resources at Estes Valley Library. And if you go onto the library's website, you can click to find out how to do that, or you can always call and ask because they have people on the phones that can answer those questions. Okay, I'm going to share this story. This story is called The Selfish Crocodile, and it's by Faustin Charles and Michael Terry. Let's find out what happens. Oh, first I got to show you this. That's called an end paper, and I like me a good end paper. And that one's kind of cute. Okay. The Selfish Crocodile. Deep in the forest, in the river, lived a large crocodile. He was a very selfish crocodile. He didn't want any of the other creatures to drink or bathe in the river. He thought it was his river. Every day he shouted to the creatures of the forest, "Stay away from my river, it's my river. If you come in my river, I'll eat you all." So there were no fish, no tadpoles, no frogs, no crabs, no crayfish in the river. All were afraid of the selfish crocodile. The forest creatures kept away from the river as well. Whenever they were thirsty, they went for miles to drink in other rivers and streams. Every day, the crocodile lay on his great big back in the sun, picking his big, sharp teeth with a stick. Ooh, there's a little glare on that. Let's see if I can move that a little bit so you can see it better. But early one morning, the forest was awakened by a loud groaning sound. Someone was in terrible pain. Ooh! The creature thought that it was an animal caught by the crocodile. But as soon as the sun came out brightly, they saw it was the crocodile who was in pain. Oh! He was lying on his back, holding a swollen jaw, and he was crying real tears. The creatures drew closer. Some of the creatures felt sorry for the crocodile. "What's the matter with him?" asked the deer. "I don't know," said a squirrel. "Maybe he's going to die," chirped a bird. "If that happens, it'll be safe to go in the river," grunted a wild pig. The animals thought about this. They hung from the branches, they hung from the vines, they buzzed in the air, and they shook their heads as they watched the great big crocodile in pain. No animal tried to help. Suddenly, a little mouse appeared, sniffing the air. He ran along the crocodile's tail, then onto his tummy. The other creatures stared. "Look at that mouse," chattered a monkey. "He's either very brave or mad." "He's going to be eaten for sure," said an iguana. The mouse crept along the crocodile's big neck and into his open mouth. There was a hush in the forest. The mouse got hold of something and pulled and pulled and pulled. Then he put it on his shoulder and walked out of the crocodile's mouth. There was a loud cheer from the astonished creatures. The crocodile sat up and said, "I don't feel any more pain. It's all gone." Then he saw the mouse walking down his tummy, carrying an enormous crocodile tooth on his shoulder. Your bad tooth was giving you a toothache, answered the mouse, turning to face the now smiling crocodile. Do you want it back? Oh, no, 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 no. Get rid of it. And when you've done that, come back. I have a present for you. The mouse went and buried the bad tooth under a tree. And when he returned, the crocodile had a nice juicy nut waiting for him. As the crocodile watched the mouse eating the nut, he said to him, "You are very clever getting rid of my toothache, and kind too. I'm so grateful. But what should I do if my toothache comes back?" "Don't worry, I'll help you take care of your teeth," answered the mouse, nibbling. Soon the crocodile and mouse were the best of friends. And one day, the crocodile sent all the animals an invitation. "Please come drink and bathe in the river. I won't hurt you. The river belongs to us all," he said. The creatures weren't afraid to drink or bathe in the river anymore, although the crocodile was sometimes snappy. They grew to love him, and soon the river was full of fish and tadpoles and crabs and crayfish. And that is the end. You know, I wanted to show you one of these pictures because it's my favorite picture in here. Look at this great picture. I'm going to try to put up close. Look at that great picture of that crocodile. It shows his really, really sharp teeth. You can see them all. And look at his great big tail. Looks like it's swinging around. Well, I'm going to end this with a little game you can play at home. And it involves snapping teeth, it involves swishing tail, and it involves crawling on the ground. But first, you have to select a victim, maybe a victim in your house. So it goes like this. The alligator's teeth go snap, snap, snap. The alligator's tail goes thwack, thwack, thwack. And he creeps a little closer. And then you crawl on the ground toward your victim. So, with me, let's try that. The alligator's teeth go snap, snap, snap. The alligator's tail goes thwack, thwack, thwack. And he creeps a little closer one more time. The alligator's teeth go snap, snap, snap. The alligator's tail goes thwack, 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 and he creeps a little closer. Gotcha! Or you can just hug. Give a big hug. That's always good too. Well, thanks, friends. This was fun. I never thought I'd be doing a Facebook Live story time, but here we are, and we're going to venture on with this. So I hope you tune in to look at the library's website because it'll list all the online programs. We've got a lot going on this week. So we'll see you again. Thanks. Goodbye.